Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sony model number M410V, and we'll perform an evening medium wave band scan. We're going to go over features of the radio, do a little size comparison, and cruise the evening band. So here's the Sony. Got the Liv model, pretty cool. Left hand side we have a headphone jack, DC input. On the front we have a nice metal speaker grill with a great sounding speaker behind there. Love this radio. Sony name, a hold switch, power button. We have our clock display and frequency display there. We have some buttons underneath there, a clock set, a standby feature, a sleep feature, an instant weather button. Down here we have 5 preset buttons and a band select button. On the right hand side of the radio we have a tuning jog type wheel. Over here we have the volume. Top we have the FM antenna. And on the back we have a large vented cabinet with a battery compartment holding 3 AA batteries. There you are. So let's do a little size comparison of this little portable radio. And then we'll get to cruising the band. So I always keep these radios handy. We have CC Pocket in the house. Yeah, fits where the speaker is. Next we always have CC Skywave handy. To give you an idea, the Sony isn't that big of a radio. I mean, it's a little longer, of course, but it's just it's a nice low, slim profile. Like if you do look at it from the top down or edgewise, it's not a bad profile at all. I like it. And of course we have the Master Plan Master Iron Man. There you go. Deck of cards. Give you an idea what's going on. Yeah, he loves his Sonys. Definitely. Alright, so let's get tuning the band. Here's our current time. 10:17 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. And let's get tuning. So I'm going to turn this on. We're on 530. Let's see. AM frequency. Kilohertz. There you go. I'm picking up the station. So this is CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, which is 441 miles at 250 watts. Now, I have handy next to me on my chair, down below the table, keep it away from the radio. I'll be using this Turk passive loop, and we'll see if we can't brighten up the signal. I'll bring it on here perpendicular to the radio, tune it down, see if we can't make it sound better. There we go. Add some nice gain. Utah Jazz the last time he played basketball in the NBA. He also said that since he was a 20-year Laker employee. 540 years WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles away, 400 watts at night. On Monday to make sure people have comfort and guidance in both groups. And going north usually is WAUK, CBK, Watrous, Saskatchewan, which is about 1,000 miles away. I don't think I'm hearing it. That music could be it, or it could be spillover from 550. Let's go to 550 and hear what's going on there. Okay, so that might have been CBK. Now this is probably KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri. See if I can clarify this.
Third daughter, Bianca, was about a year and a half old at the time, so I asked if he wanted more children. And he said that his wife, Vanessa, really wanted to try again for a boy, but...
Okay, so this could be KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts. Now when I turn this and go to 560, if it's the same thing, then it might be bleed over, because the selectivity is kind of iffy on here. During the day, it's really noticeable. But at night, it's a different radio, which is nice.
And that the youngest was a toddler, so TBD. But that middle one, he said...
On the side of the U.S. Constitution, America first. This is Jonathan Gillum filling in for my good buddy Sebastian Gordon.
Not bad. Good sensitivity. Okay, so selectivity was good there, too. This is WIND Chicago. Definitely a different station from what we were listening to.
334-6752. You know, when I started there, my rant at the beginning.
Andrew McCarthy, was discussing the trials in the Senate of the United States President.
This should be WNAX 570, Yankton, South Dakota, 460 miles, 5,000 watts. Now, if you notice, if I tilt it to the other direction, we pick up 560 again.
And what will those witnesses look like?
The numbers that Trump had is actually...
Setting aside the political aspects of it, if this were an actual trial in front of a judge, what witnesses are...
What points would be very hard to control?
270 days on the market, that's 9 months that thing sits there.
I mean, after the story he told, I don't think
For you to sell it, you're going to want to turn it into a rental property. And you're going to end up rental
A lot of stations here mixing.
Similar situation here that Fox faced at the end of regulation, or Bogey needing to intentionally miss this one.
This should be KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Second free throw, no good. With the offensive rebound.
just hyperbaric oxygen therapy to achieve truly remarkable outcomes.
WTMJ on 620, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Blood vessels, increase white blood cell activity, and stimulate cells, all of which are
Okay, country music here on CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Now let's turn in and see if we can't pick up St. Louis and KYFI. Nope, CFO's coming in pretty strong. Okay. Music on 640 is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night. Yes, this radio is a totally different radio. During the day, if you watch the daytime band scan, you'll see that this radio has bleed over from 670 all the way to 650 during the day. But since there are stations coming in the evening, this radio is acting totally different. This is WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, which is 434 miles away, coming in really good.
Fisher, he went into law school, and he had a tremendous mind of broadcasting, and he really, truly pursued it.
This is 670, bleeding over on 660.
He was going to accept an internship under
And we're getting a little bit of Nashville, so we're probably not going to pick up WFAN.
Kobe with his clients. And so Rob introduced Kobe to me, and
Still getting bleed over from 670.
the Lakers, whatever. I had a chance to always say hello. But really my
We're getting a little bit of CFTR there on Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, but barely.
Better than ever.
Download iHeartRadio 2.0 for more stations
More exclusive features.
and more access to your favorite artists. This is Taylor Swift.
Keith Evans, this is Drake. Metallica. Now you can stream over 1,000 radio stations.
Over 100 commercial-free music streams.
Plus, dig into over 10,000 of the hottest podcasts.
What's up, Canada? I'm Sean Mendes. I love iHeartRadio. Download the free app today.
Available now at the App Store and on Apple CarPlay, Amazon Echo, Sonos, and more.
From jaw-dropping saves. Rise up, baby! What a stopping sight! To unreal plays. Fluttering puck in front! All season long, TSN, the Habs live here. What a win! When you need to rent space, call Olenbeck, one of Eastern Canada's largest private industrial real estate holdings.
Okay, cool. Had to see what it was. It was coming clear. CKGM 690, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles. Nice.
Agents that know the market thoroughly are all
have mental health problems was a Muslim, and this is not being
WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
His stepfather of 10 years gave
CrossFit. She started the show on
What place is that industry? It's like the actual location of the retail hours? Dr.
the band.
Where can I do what I'm doing now that doesn't have me in the retail wacky?
So I'm at a good position here, pointing towards New York, opposite of Chicago. This helps to be able to null out Chicago 720, which is very strong. This is 710 WOR, New York, New York, 750 miles. Really nice to pick up with this radio, because this radio isn't super selective, but in the evening it's really doing a good job. If you're able to null out the position in 90 degrees.
I don't want to do the swan dress. I'm just going to go with this gray one instead. I mean, people didn't do that. They can't, right? They can't make
720 WGN, Chicago.
Like Shawn Mendes, you know, with his cool pink suit. You know what?
There we go. We got Zoomer Radio CFZM on 740. Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always a treat to listen to Zoomer Radio.
Well, I'm Lemon Celine tonight from 1998. To love you more and the Four Lads with Where or When. This is Stardust's very romantic show on Zoomer Radio, playing you romantic hits. I'm Ziggy. My relationship status, I hugged my phone.
The CEO, chairman, a U.S. vet. I bet I have a long-term contract to sign. Nope. That's not true.
750 WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
Unlimited talk text data. Pull out your cell phones. Just hit the number pound 250. Now, pound 250 on your cell.
Anyone want to say anything on any of these topics? I prayed for Trump at a Jewish temple on
WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
because I prayed on Saturday.
Politics of the 2020 election, and the longer they can stretch it out, and the more
God to do what he could to protect.
Looking at this as a coup as far as their 2020 campaign.
Okay, so this is WABC, New York, New York. Again, great selectivity here because I'm pointing the opposite direction of 780. If I turn it, I might pick up 780.
Okay, I promise. But we have
We're outbound also clear. Inbound.
Yeah, there's 780.
Jane Byrne
That is McCarthy. It was a great detective story.
And there's New York on 770.
You can see it in reruns, I'm sure. That is McCarthy.
You've got 30 to 350.
520 out to the tri-state and 10 to get to Cicero.
780 WBBM, Chicago.
Bound from 31st on over to the Stevenson roadwork in the right lane. Next traffic report, add to 10:38 on News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Right now in Chicago, cloudy, 32 degrees, 1029.
Chances are.
For some reason, I thought I brought the clock back.
Which
I
means
was just
you're
checking my
sharing
time.
people like Miss Popular. Last text, just can't wait. That's why at Hyundai, our full line of sedans and SUVs are designed with your safety in mind.
Don't see why the longer you look, the more there is.
Just barely picking up CKLW, which is Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
JohnFrancis.com, and I'm on Facebook, John Francis, Texas.
Well, John's a great guy. Go give him some help. And John, really appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you, too. Thank you.
Okay, this should be 810 WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles. Let's see if we got call letters. We got stupid music playing.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teenagers in the United States. January is teen driving.
Okay, have to trust me on that one, guys.
Now, what's trending?
On WBAP and WBAP.com.
Voters at Dallas will cast ballots tomorrow, a special election for the Texas House.
There you go, WPAP. This is Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. Wow, this radio's performing nicely.
Chevrolet.com, WBAP.
First, traffic and weather on the one.
Yeah, with about 45 seconds up.
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
Not looking good for us. We had to have a lot of things go right.
They still want to win the votes on witnesses. They do not want Bolton to testify. And
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky.
John Bolton, they will go to court to try to fight to prevent his testimony. And they
about 300 miles.
A long, drawn out
way. I still think you got to take him there at 15.
I think it'd be an interesting conversation with Broncos fans at some point.
KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. Talking about the Broncos.
That's so tough for me. I think I default to Judy simply. I have him higher on the board. I think he's a more complete player.
Bonjour. Alors, c'est tout à fait vrai. Et le lendemain, je suis allé arriver au théâtre avec un masque.
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Seems like a pretty good evening tonight.
Terminerai avec vous.
Fight and everything was, to fight back and everything was against you. And, he really inspired me.
Here's WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Him and his daughter are shining somewhere up there.
11:32. President Floyd making a case today in his Senate impeachment trial while it came out yesterday that former National Security Advisor
Just getting a little bit hint here of WCBS, New York, New York.
said the president told him he was holding up aid to Ukraine for an investigation into the Bidens. And
You are delay-free. Edens, Kennedy.
890 WLS, Chicago. Say it a little slower.
Get news on the hour, the half, and when it breaks. Continuous coverage at WLSAM.com. More of the Mark Levin.
This is pretty cool. Old Time Radio on CHML, Hamilton, Ontario. 430 miles away. Sometimes it comes in clear, sometimes it comes in like this. Probably a Detroit station, I'm guessing WFDF.
And she goes, but why would you not go out to try? I mean, this would be a huge story for us. And I said, yeah, but we might not get access to the Lakers if we find out who this is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this one is. I have a couple stations written down, and really I think one of them is like a religious one. This could be KMBZ maybe, Kansas City, Missouri. 490 miles, 5,000 watts, but typically it's pointing the other way.
Your talent, your sport talent isn't in the locker room, isn't hanging out, isn't with those guys. And she said, well, I want you to find out. I want you to find out who this is.
Keep going.
Other than the unimaginable horror, we can't yet picture that could develop out of these situations that are happening in broad daylight right now. Refusing to let that go further, I think, is really an important part of again.
Do you see the Berkshire Foundation being made now?
Could be CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
Break from their everyday life.
So it's pretty selective in the evening here. This is WMVP, Chicago.
That's what's great about sports is it uplifts people when they're down.
The most important skills or traits that you want your child to learn.
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
Special learning needs that need to be addressed at school. Has your child had
the hook? I mean, it's funny when the impeachment first went down and the articles of impeachment were being walked over. Like people on Facebook,
You can hear the Boston accent there.
watching this on social media.
And you guys in Boston are like, I can hear your Chicago accent too, Todderbert. This is WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
Listen, behind this.
We lost you there for a second. You said they walked it over, really, and then what did you?
I was shocked. I just thought it was going to be one of those things where
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
something you do and you don't ever really hear the results, and it's something that
Yeah, it's pretty good listening in my location. I mean, I get tons of daytime and tons of evening stations. I just love it.
NTSB investigators are documenting the scene. Drones are in the air, now mapping the wreckage.
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Does raise questions of whether the pilot should have been allowed to make the flight. Final transmission from the helicopter pilot indicated that he was climbing to avoid throttling.
As fans around the country and the world.
Okay, I think this is a religious station, KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles away. Okay, more music there. This is a sports talk. WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
PAM 1100.
416-578-1100, Texas Show 21095. When you're talking about Kareem Hunt, his traffic stop.
More music.
Overnight America, thanks for spending some time with us here tonight, and you can always find us online wherever you get your podcasts. We post the show there, and you can
wherever you get your podcast. Do you guys listen to podcasts or you listen to radio? Tell me, because you probably do both. I don't know. I'm not knocking podcasts, but the last time I listened to a podcast was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, I'm just not into them.
Chocolate to the senators. How much consumption of chocolate do those senators actually need? Honestly, do they need that much? I love Hershey's, though.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri. I got in a rant. Forgot where I was at. 275 miles.
There. They got all the good...
Explain to me, Mark Levin, why one needs to have 3 NPR stations in Washington, D.C.
1140 is WRVA, Richmond, Virginia. 665 miles.
On and on. Why no? I've thought before, why not just have one?
Nice sensitive receiver. I gotta imagine the ferrite bar is probably going to be about 4 inches in there. They typically are on these size radios.
Public radio. Why do we have
that, or 3.5 inches, 3
one
inches.
Station for National Public Radio? Not one pound.
Some whiner in there.
And the harmony that there should be, and as a result, it's a
WYLL, Chicago, Illinois, Christian radio.
like a Jewish germ on.
You think you are, Mr. Weightlifter. It seems to me you're made of flesh and bone. You can't live forever. So what is that?
1180 WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
Because you're going to die one day? You can't buy a new pair of clothes?
Now, but I think when the president gets reelected, we're going to see a big sea change in the American president over there.
Just picking up WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at 700 miles. Getting a little local station here, I think. Hispanic.
Here's one more. You ever heard of Mother Teresa?
I think this is WSDZ, St. Louis, Missouri. 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
It's a gunshot.
Come together as people who do love each other inherently.
Just picking up KDTH, Dubuque, Iowa, 115 miles, 5,000 watts.
It's backward.
Entonces, explíquenos de una manera científica cómo inicia una vida humana.
Okay, Hispanic station on 1380. Boy, I really don't know what that is. I have 3 stations written down here. I'll look it up. If it's one of them, I'll put it here. If not, I don't know. Going a little quicker. This is WMBD, Peoria, Illinois, 135 miles, 5,000 watts.
I hope you don't, because I mean, I'm sure a lot of people want that.
They do, I think, ground zero and coast to coast.
Yeah. Okay, so here it is.
Eat and the supplementation that you need to take, because you really only want to be taking
1510 is WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
that I think that everybody needs. That's a good whole food multivitamin, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and
That's a phenomenal story. And how did he get off that pond?
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Yeah, Lou Riddick tweeted this out earlier, an excerpt from Kobe's book, The Mamba Mentality.
Music here on 1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. We're almost through.
Powered by Varsity Sports Cafe and Roman Coin Pizza. Non-stop super talk about the 54th edition of the NFL's finale. Chiefs and Niners, live from It's a super week on a super station, The Zone. Make an appointment to do non-stop listening to the boys of 1620 before you head across the river to the Horseshoe Casino. Special shows, special insight, and 8 hours of delicious pregame and game action on Super Bowl Sunday. The Super Bowl is powered locally by Demons Collision Center and the Omaha Whiskey Fest. Is locked into finally getting his ring. Patrick Menchie's KC Sainthood by bringing the trophy back to town. Enjoy the week, buddy. It's truly going to be a super week on a super station.
Okay, so that is
Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
okay, cool. Kept here in Omaha and stuff like that. So this is KOZN, which would probably be the zone. Bellevue, Nebraska, 390 miles. The cool thing is it's 1,000 watts at night. Pretty cool to pick it up. On this radio. This radio is super sensitive. Music here, KCJJ, The Mighty. This is Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000 watts. Okay, music here, 1680, I think is WPRR, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 140 miles. Music here is WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles.
Kobe's name. Kobe. Just all people who are
1700 KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
are lining up outside the Staples Center right now, chanting Kobe's name. And one of the more remarkable...
Okay, there we are. We're finished. Go ahead and turn that off. There it is. This Sony Liv M410V. This is just a great radio. This is donated by, I believe, Mitchell K. Thank you, sir. Just awesome radio. I did a review of this already, and I'll have that linked up here if you want to hit the iCards button there and drop down. Go to the review. You'll love it. It shows the weather band in action. Yeah, it's just a great radio. You can find these on eBay, I think for right around $30 for this color. This white and silver one is the best looking one, I think. They have a coffee brown one in gray. I don't quite like it, but somebody might. But I'll have links below. Check them out. 2, if you're a Sony fanboy or fangirl. Yes, I said fangirl because 7%, I said 8%, and then I said 7% in my last video. Didn't know which one it was. It's 7% of my viewers now are women, when it used to be 1% not too long ago. So nice to see the ladies liking the radio, so that's great. Thank you for watching and viewing the Sonys. I love them. Definitely hit subscribe with the bell icon if you haven't already, if you're a Sony lover like I am. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Sony M410V in action during the evening. I think it's a knockout. Wow, this is a great radio. Just run out and get one. Enjoy the sound. The sound is just super mellow, super nice. This radio is fairly selective in the evening. Daytime, not so much, but not really a big deal because if there's stronger stations next to it, it knows that there is and it won't bleed over as much. So you can definitely have some nulling capability also. So there you are, the Sony M410V evening band scan. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.